Well, hi everyone. Today's video is going to consist of some stuff I bought from Rocket Industries. I've got a shifter, I've got a distributor, flywheel, and a wiper motor kit. I haven't even unboxed any of this stuff. I'm going to do it with you. Let's get into it. First up, we've got this bang shifter. It's a shifter you bang into gears, I guess. Look, bang for buck. Pardon the pun. Bang for buck, this was my cheapest alternative. Look, I was going to try and make my own shifter. Here I am doing it with right hand. I'm so used to driving left-hand vehicles. This hand, Rob. I still yet might make my own shifter. I just think this is going to be really easy to do. Let's see how we go. So let's do this. Pretty simple. Got some packing here. And look at this beauty. Just put that there. We've got a shifter cable. All important. A set of instructions. Also got a little box here of goodies. Let's check it out. Here we are. Now we have a 4-speed in my car. And this has got a 3-speed configuration here. We must unscrew this, but I'll read the instructions and put the 4-speed one in. We've got a grommet here, which that'll go onto the cable and into the floor. This will stop any fumes coming into the car, or water coming into the car. We've got some brackets here. This is what we need. So that one there will bolt onto the transmission to hold the cable, and that little one behind it, that's it, there it is. That one there behind it is your gear selector. That goes on the selector of the gearbox and will join also to the cable, and we'll let it change gears. Hey, we've got some hardware here. So we've got some screws, some washers, some spacers, some electronic stuff in there, like some little stuff you'll need for the inhibitor switch. And for those that don't know what an inhibitor switch is, it stops the car from starting in any gear. It makes sure it's in either neutral or park to start. And I'm guessing some of the other clips are for the reverse light switch. Next up is this distributor, also from Rocket Industries, AeroFlow brand. It's a, let's say, doesn't say too much about it on the box, but I do know it's a ready to run distributor. I will need a coil. I've got a coil at home, and I might be able to put an MSD module to it. I've got a spare one at home as well of them. I know you don't need an MSD module, but I may or may not use the module. Look, I went for this option instead of a HEI, which is, for those that know, is an all-complete distributor. This one should give me a little bit more playing around with the advance curve. The car will run a little bit better. Look, it's only a 327, so it needs all it can get. My guess is it's a bit of a MSD ripoff, but hey, if it works, all good. So let's check this one out. I can't even figure out how you open the box. There we are. Brand new distributors. Some more packing. Oh, we got a note here. Stop. Do not return to your retail if you're having difficulty when installing. Contact AeroFlow. Yeah, we can do that, but this is not my first rodeo. I've done this many, many times. We've got some stickers, some more instructions, some more hardware. This is what I was talking about with the little springs and things like that in it to change the weights to graft the distributor. That's pretty cool. Just some wire and a proper connector plug. That'll plug into there. and then go into a power source, to the coil, etc. And a neat little cap goes on the top to cover the leads. Definitely a MSD look. So now let's move on to the wiper motor system that I'm going to be putting into the Chevy. It's called Specialty Power Windows. It's not a power window thing, it's a wiper motor system. This thing really should make things a lot easier and might even be able to remotely put the wiper motor behind the seats. Let's unbox it with me. All individually boxed. Some more packing that we don't require. There's a wiper motor. We've got a wiper switch and some wires and a whole heap of connectors. We've got a catalogue. Instructions on a DVD. I'll have to find a DVD player. Does anybody have one of those anymore? We've got some instructions on paper as well. The actual wiper pivots, a pair of them. We have all the mechanisms here. Look at that. Made in the US of A. I'm guessing that bolts up somewhere here, but we'll figure that out in another video. Being real careful not to cut through the box here. There's a cable in there. And the outer tube of the cable is what we have there. And lastly, we've got a flex plate. I said flywheel earlier, but it's actually a flex plate. Flywheel's for a manual transmission and a flex plate is for an automatic transmission. We're running a Turbo Hydro 700. Hopefully I bought the right one. But let's unbox it, let's have a look and see if it's all going to work. And, well, it's a flex plate. That's all it is. Goes on the back of the motor. 6 bolts go in the back of the crank, and the starter motor, well, whichever side the starter motor is, and the starter motor turns the flywheel to start the engine. I'll show you guys in another video when I install this. I'm still waiting for some flywheel bolts and some torque converter bolts, and in the next coming weeks we'll get this engine started. Well, hey guys, that's a wrap for this video. Stick around, like and subscribe, and we'll see where all this stuff goes in the truck in a future video.